though, is because you joined my live and you denied the Holocaust.
That's wrong. This is what you're trying. Now you're trying to play me because
do you think that the Holocaust has been misrepresented by historians?
No.
So you agree that there was 6 million Jewish individuals and 12 million total?
Yes.
Okay, that were killed by Hitler.
Yes.
Okay, so you completely walked back on your Holocaust denial.
Well, show me that I deny the Holocaust, because that's just a false claim that you are literally trying to portray me out to be.
I remember that now. I remember that now.
Because because you're getting paid by Jews. Okay, that's fine. Just admit it at this point.
wait. So I just want to clarify. Your position is truly, if anyone has their money up, they must be Jewish? So let me guess. You are like the furthest thing away from Jewish ever, right?
That is not what I said.
It is. Somebody just sent me 2 TikTok universes, and then your first thought was, oh, they're Jewish. They must be Jewish.
No.
So basically what you're saying, if you're popping, you're Jewish, right? Yo! Elevate! Thank you so much for a 3rd TikTok universe. That's 3 in a row. And JTB, thank you for the Viking hammer. Oh, my God. Dude, I want to see some love for Elevate in that chat for the 3rd.
See, this is what happens when I show up on your platform. This is what happens.
Oh my God.
You're welcome, Dean. I made you.
Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much, Elevate.
Okay.
That is legitimately so... Dude, I don't have any words, Elevate.
Last thing I'm going to say
insane.
before
Thank you so much for the support.
Never get paid like that again.
Thank you so much for the support. What's that?
Okay, before your moderators keep muting me, but you'll never get paid again like that when I leave this platform. But I'm just going to say one thing. I
appreciate you so much for that.
I could be in the same position as you, Parker, any of you debaters that you're in, but I'm trying to make a change in the real world, not trying to make a change in this fake social media world. That's the difference between you and I. You have no real job. You have no real career.
Oh, no real job, no real career. Oh, DB, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really appreciate you so much for the love. Bridget, thank you for the $5. And then once again, Elevate, thank you so much for the support.
You don't care about Goodbye. You're welcome, bro.
Oh my God! Elevate dropped 3 universes, and then you just heard another person by the name of Philip drop a 4th. What the fuck? Oh my God. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry for screaming, you guys. Show some love to Elevate and Philip down below in the comment section. That's what, 4 unis? My God. Wow, we're going to go ahead and hop back into the debates. Only hop inside of that queue on TikTok if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump. Will happily get you up here. But just seriously, Philip and Elevate, I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for the support and the love. It is so undeserved. Okay? It is so fucking undeserved. I do not deserve that much love. Dude. Elevate just... Oh my God, I just fucking choked. Elevate just sent another universe. 1 second. I'm sorry. I actually just choked. You actually just heard me choke. Okay, I'm just going to need a second here, then we'll hop back into it. Oh, that hurt my stomach. Oh my God, like, I'm not even joking. I choked, and then, like, something, like, jarred my stomach there. Wow. Pause. Dude, what do I even say, man? I don't know what to say. Thank you. That's the 5th. That's the 5th universe. Elevate, thank you so much. Like, well, dude, holy shit, man. You know what, bro? Yeah, you're being so fucking kind today. I'm actually gonna take that all. I'm gonna spend it on my girlfriend. Her birthday's on the 21st. In the last 2 weeks when we've had days where, like, you guys have been very, very kind. Like, I'm just taking that money and I'm going to spend it on her for her 21st. Thank you so much for the love. Dude, seriously, fucking seriously. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, Elevate. Philip, thank you so much as well. And then over on PayPal, Carrie, thank you so much for the $100 donation, who says, thanks, Dean, for keeping up the good fight, from Nurse Carrie. Nurse Carrie, thank you so much. It is so good to see you today, and thank you so much for the $100. And Venmo, Karen, thank you so much for the $250 donation. Oh my God. I want to see 5,000 Karen W's in that chat, 1,000 Carrie W's in that chat, and then Elevate just dropped a lead in the light. You hear that wheeze? I'm asthmatic. Something about that. Something, I don't know what it is. Why did that make my asthma? Together we are TikTok. I'm speechless. It is my full-time job to always have something to say. I don't know what to say. My God. 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh my fuck. Dude, what, let me... is everything good? Can you guys... I fucked something up. What the fuck? Elevate. Philip. Carrie. You guys can't see it on YouTube. They're just still going. Philip, thank you for like the fucking 1 trillion motorcycles. Thank you for like the fucking 3. Dude, I really fucked something up with my headphones. Thank you for like the 3 universes. Fucking Elevate, thank you for like the 4 universes. Hello? Okay, like, listen. At this, like, oh my God. I'm sorry, bro. Santana offered to come up. Santana, feel free to hop in that queue. I feel like that would that actually be, please feel free to, I just need somebody to, like, I'm just a little bit, I'm sorry. I just need a second, if that makes any sense. You guys. My God. Thank you so very much for... It's not just like the love. It's like for paying my rent for the next 3 months. It's not just thank you for the love. It's like thank you for giving me money that I'll be able to put in a retirement fund for when I'm 60. It's not just like, thank you for the love. It's like, oh my God. I feel that just like saying thank you isn't even saying enough. And there's no amount of words in any series that can be said to elevate, fill up, Karen, and Carrie that would ever make up for the generosity that you guys just demonstrated. I don't deserve it, first and foremost, and I mean that seriously, and I bet we could all agree. And secondarily, I'm just so very grateful. I'm so very grateful. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to get Santana up here. He's just going to... Together we are TikTok universe. Dude, fill up with another TikTok universe? I've lost count.
You know what I've learned? And a lot of people might not get this, and I hope it's not lost. Like when the people that watch us show like love and support and kindness, it's never lost on us as far as like we only have what we have because you all give it to us. Like the kindness that you show us, the kindness that you are willing to, exhibit and allow us to be able to do this every day, to be here in front of you and actually like speak and do the things we do. Like that moment's never lost on us. And so whenever like there's an outpouring of like love and generosity, it's never anything that's ever taken for granted, like ever. And so like the raw emotion, the actual like ability just to stop in the moment, and it's overwhelming. It's like insanely overwhelming. So
yeah, oh man, I really appreciate you guys so much. I know that I just said that. I'll quickly repeat that again. Elevate and fill up. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm just a little bit shell shocked right now. Like you guys are like being like so fucking kind. Elevate, thank you for the 2 private jets. Sending so much love that it's like legitimately pissing people off. Like that's when it's like just like fucking out of this world. Is I'm seeing chat starting to get flood where people are pissed. That's like when you just know it's too much. So I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. And, just to quickly echo and repeat what Santana said before we hop back into the debates, it is something that I will never recognize as deserved, or something I'll never recognize as anything but just like fucking insane. And I'd also just like to recognize, the privilege that I have doing what I do. And I think if I didn't recognize that privilege, I would have lost my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I think it's time that we recognize the realistic fact that nobody don't deserve this, and that this isn't because it's something that is equally transactional to the effort that I put into these live streams, but more so an surplus of privilege merely because of the kindness of your hearts. So thank you. Thank you so much. At this point, we're going to try to get back into the debates. Please show some love to Philip, Elevate, and the donors, all the donors down below in that chat. I'm so grateful for you. In fact, I still do think that there's a handful more of you guys on Venmo, PayPal, and YT Super Chat. I kind of need a second, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So we're going to get that next guest loaded up.
You had me worried. That's why I text you. I was like, I can spot you because,
yeah, I'm going to need just... I'm gonna need a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna need a second, you guys. So let's hop back into the debates. Like that was just like, I'm sorry. Like I'm actually in the fucking state of shock, man.
Yeah.
Like my stomach hurts. My fucking stomach hurts. I started having an asthma attack.
Yeah, I was listening because I was doing a little bit of cleaning, and I was like, holy
shaking.
Shit.
My hands are fucking shaking, dude. So I just thank you guys so much for the love. Welcome in, Gavo. Do you support Trump?
Hey, sorry, I kind of broke your rules. Hey, I just want to say you deserve all of it, man.
Gavo, I appreciate you so much for the kindness, man. I don't think I do, but I appreciate you for the kindness. Right now, we are only looking for some Trump supporters to debate. That's very kind of you. And as you said that, bro, fucking Elevate just hit us with another universe. Show some love to Elevate down below in that chat, dude. While we're still trying to get that next dude. What is that? I have lost count. Have you guys? What the fuck, dude? It's Geometry Dash guy. Like, oh my god.
What is Geometry Dash guy? I've never seen that one.
He comes up here every so often. Thank you so much, Elevate. Dude, let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Keep it going for Elevate. Keep it going for Philip. Keep it going for all the donors. W's down below in that chat for all of them. Let's keep those W's going. Let's keep that appreciation for him going. Thank you guys so much. And we're going to try to get that next guest loaded up in here right now. We got Freya joining. Please only up inside of that queue, given that you are an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. Welcome in, Alyssa. Do you support Trump?
I do not, but I have family.
Awesome. Right now, we are just going to talk to Trump supporters, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. What about you, Freya? Do you support Trump?
Dean, you deserve all the money in the world.
No, I don't think anyone deserves all the money in the world. I think if one person were to have all the money in the world, they'd be by definition engaging in some type of immorality, merely because they have all the money in the world and they're not doing anything with it. But
they would probably have like 11 or 12 kids, building a bunch of fucking rockets to go to Mars and on some substances that they shouldn't be. So like, that's what I think would happen.
Oh man, welcome in. Do you support Trump? Hello, do you support Trump? Nope, they left as well. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the box right now, guys. Please do follow our rules. We have 9.6 thousand people in here for all of you guys. Appreciate you so much for being here. Let's get that next guest. Good God, loaded up into the box.
Thank you for the ship.
Dude, I just got sent a screenshot because I uninstalled Discord, but I just got sent a screenshot of someone in the Discord. Like, people are like so mad at me, apparently, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, like that's
I woke up at 4 a.m. With a tag, and I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I may inevitably just kind of get rid of that Discord. You know, I deleted it for my, I deleted I logged out of my Discord account for my mental health because it was a bit much, but I may end up just like shutting down the server. I think that there's many ways in which it's become quite a toxic place in there.
You know, it's funny. Parker and I were talking about that yesterday, and like mental health is so important.
Dean, what happened? What happened, Dean?
That's a fetus god.
We were talking about that yesterday, and just like the different ways that like protecting your mental health is always important. You know, like, you know, that's the number one priority.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really I've only left it open because I do know that there's a bunch of people in there that genuinely have found that genuinely have found like a sense of community in there. That genuinely have made like a lot of good friends and connections in there, so on and so forth. So that's why I try to leave it open. But you know, it's just hard like seeing some of the stuff that comes out of there sometimes, which is why I logged out.
I will say I've been, you know, engaging a little bit more, and they do a lot of self-policing. Like, you got some really good mods in there as well. So, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot of people. That's what it really boils down to.
Yeah, man, the mods work overtime in there, man.
Yeah, they do.
Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
No, but I'm a big fan, and I support what you do. And
Dude, is that like a underage boy that is a big fan of progressivism? The tides are changing, man.
It
is. Know, you're going to grow up to be just fine, all right? You will. You will. Stay on that path.
Holy fuck.
That's for you, Santana.
That is crazy. Thank you so much, Elevate. Holy shit. That is crazy.
Bro, W Elevate, man. We just got a restriction on the live. We've been getting restrictions day in and day out, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got me earlier, but I deserved it.
I just, Elevate. Thank you so much for the leopard. Thank you so much, Elevate. Oh my goodness. I really appreciate you. Continue to show some love to Elevate down below. Welcome in, MAGA. Do you support Trump? Nope. Yeah, I submitted an appeal on the restriction. It was for like directing people off platform or whatever. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I submitted an appeal. Hopefully we'll get it back.
Yeah.
Moving on to Michelle, guys. We are still looking for that very first guest. How do you support Trump?
Oh, hello, Dean. You don't think there'll ever be a day or a time of the day where it'll be more about answering questions and political questions instead of debating?
I gotta kick you because it doesn't sound like you're a Trump supporter. And yeah, I mean, I did that a little bit at the beginning of the screen, where it was a little bit more open to anybody, including non-Trump supporters. But I think I should like plan like a day here soon just for a Q&A, maybe for like an hour. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the box, guys. Please do follow our rules. Please do follow our rules. How do you support Trump?
I did not mean to join. I'm so sorry.
No worries, you're good. Let's go and get that next guest loaded up into the box right now. Only hop inside of the queue if you happen to be MAGA.
I will say this for the... Holy fuck. Thank you so much, Phil. Holy fuck. That is crazy. Thank you, Phil. I'll just say this really quickly, guys. If you are in the request, please respect the boundaries of the live. We want... Oh, fucking K. Thank you, Phil. Holy shit. We would really love to get some debates to, keep you guys here and actually, give you what you guys came for. So please respect the boundaries of the live. We want to actually be able to provide the debates, and that's what we're here for. So please respect the live. You guys are fucking crazy.
Oh my god!
Crazy.
Dude! He just dropped 2 universes on you. Dude,
that is fucking nuts.
Let's go!
Fucking
W
nuts.
Phillip, W Santana!
That is crazy. Philip, thank you so fucking much. I appreciate you to the moon and back. You please don't feel like you have to do that, because that is a fucking lot. That is crazy. Like seriously, please. That is holy shit. That is fucking insane.
They got you speechless now too. I brought you up here so I could have somebody cover me when I'm fucking haywire trying to figure myself out, because I'm like asthmatic shaking because they just spammed like 10 unis on me. Now they got you speechless, Santana.
That is fucking insane.
Elevate, thank you so much for that leopard bed. I really appreciate you. Bro, on a real note, like, dude, this is insane. Elevate and Philip, guys, thank you both so very much for supporting Santana, for supporting me. That's just unreal. That's just fucking unreal.
Not even to mention there's a bunch of like crazy pay link thank yous, but you guys are wild.
Dude, I'm like fucking lost for words, man. Dude, I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna try to continue the debates and whatnot. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, man?
That is crazy.
Goku, do you support Trump?
I do.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Holy shit. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god.
Congratulations. You guys just got a bunch of gifts, right?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen that before. It's pretty cool.
I have never seen 234K. That is fucking crazy. I got you. Guys, thank you so fucking much. Elevate, thank you to you're still muted. We can't hear you. You're still, yeah, we can't hear you. I heard it disconnected. Sound like it disconnected from your computer. Guys, like I don't know how I can say this any more plain or clear, but like we don't deserve any of this. Like I'm so serious. Being able to sit in you all and actually like have anyone listen to us is an absolute honor. There's no way in fuck we deserve any of this. So thank you.
I'm sorry, I just momentarily broke my mic. I don't know how that happened. I was like speaking that whole time. Elevate, thank you so much for another fucking uni, dude. Dude, show some love to Elevate down below. Show some love to all the donors down below. We're gonna try our very best to continue the debates here, but like I'm not gonna lie, it's just a little hard. It is. It's a little hard because I'm so very shocked and overwhelmed with that amount of love. It's just hard for me to like pivot and be like, now we're gonna talk to Trump supporters. What the fuck? What the fuck? Elevate, I appreciate you for the TikTok stars gift, which is actually bigger than the TikTok universe. May I add?
Someone said lock in, and I'm not gonna hold you. I have never had a problem with locking in. I don't know how the fuck you supposed to do that in this moment. I literally have no idea how you're supposed to lock in this moment. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm so fucking... Yeah, I'm trying my best, Santana.
Yeah.
Dude, show some love to Elevate, Philip. Show some love to all the...
Yeah, to everyone, to all the donors, to everyone watching. Just, holy shit, you guys... I'll say this. This is the last thing I'll say on this, is sometimes it's hard to get on here because, like, at times people come with so much negativity, whether it's racism, sexism, classism, xenophobia, bigotry. Like, they just lean... Sometimes we talk to some people that are the worst versions of what we have to deal with on a daily basis, and it makes it hard to even be able to do this. But like, the fact that you guys are so loving, so kind, and show up for us every day, like, it makes it worth it. No matter how frustrated we get online, we've crashed out. We've, been in different positions where it's just like, this is crazy. But we keep coming back, not because of, thank you, not because like, oh, we have to or anything. You guys literally make us want to show up every single day. So fucking thank you. It's fucking crazy.
All right, let's try to get back into those debates.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take it away.
Sorry, Goku.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry to everybody, by the way. Sorry to everybody who tuned into debates. I'm sorry that that shocked me and Santana so much. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Take it away, Goku. Can't even speak. Tell us. Oh my God. Tell us why you support Trump.
All right. Well, finally, I support Trump due to immigration concerns, to social issues, and I also believe he's just the better option.
What social issues do you support Trump on, please?
Yeah, so when it comes to the LGBT community, I don't think that it's the right direction for the country. I think that Donald Trump makes it... He prioritizes the Christian aspect. And I'm not even Christian myself, but I think it's much more better for the country. I don't think we should be focused on...
Okay, so here's the question. So why is the acceptance and normalization of non-straight people bad for the country? So also, by the way, use the phrase non-straight, please, because if you use the other phrase, then you're going to get flagged by TikTok for it. So why is it wrong to accept non-straight people? Because genuinely, that is what the LGBTQ plus community would advocate for, and reference the L, the G, the B, the I, the A, the Q. All right, and then we'll talk about trans people next. But just to start with, as it would relate to sexual orientations, why is it wrong to accept non-straight people?
Right, so I never said that it wasn't wrong to not accept them, and Trump himself doesn't say it's bad to accept them. I just believe it's purported so much nowadays. You see rainbow flags on churches. You see it reported to the max extreme. I'm not saying we shouldn't accept them. I'm saying that it's just gone too far to the extreme where we should be focusing on important things in school. We should be focusing on how to, maybe do taxes, how to, maybe be better at talking. Just a lot of things are more important than this, this topic of non-straight people is what I think should be focused on in modern schools of America. And I was born in Madison, Wisconsin. It's probably a very liberal city, and the education there it's very purported to support that kind of thing.
Can I give him a perspective?
Yeah, sure, but then I would just want to send in a drill and counter argument. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Go. You go first then, because I like it's a little bit. Yeah. Go. You got it.
Yeah, perfect. So you said that you think it's too far to fly the LGBTQ plus acceptance flag on churches. I think that churches should have been the first bodies in this country to fly those flags because per the prescriptions and moral teachings of the Bible, you are commanded to love thy neighbor, you're commanded to treat everybody equally, and you're commanded to treat everybody fairly and the way that in which you would want to be treated. I mean, that's literally the golden rule in which we have heard repeated ever since the conception of the canonization of the Christian Bible so many years ago in around 500 AD. Okay, so therefore, Christian churches should have been flying the LGBTQ plus flag since 400 to 500 AD, because that is exactly what it stands for, the acceptance of everybody, regardless of who they're attracted to, okay, the fair treatment for everybody, regardless of who they're attracted to, and the equal footing for everybody, regardless of who they're attracted to. Those are absolutely virtues in which we should co-sign to modern Christianity, and which should have been co-signed to Christianity many years ago. Explain to me why it has taken it too far to preach those values in the name of Jesus.
To my understanding, it's actually a sin to be non-straight in the Bible. Is that correct?
Okay. No, incorrect. What verse in the Bible says that it is a sin to not be straight?
I cannot tell you this. I cannot tell you the verse, but I can look it up, or you can look it up.
Yeah, we'll see what will happen when you look it up is you'll find verses that you think you could interpret into meaning that engaging in non-straight sex is a sin. However, even if that were to be true, that wouldn't necessitate that it is therefore a sin to be non-straight in of itself. And even those verses in which you could interpret into meaning that non-straight sex is a sin have other interpretations in which do not lead to said conclusion. So now that we understand that fact, and you are apparently conceding that it has not taken it too far to fly that flag, okay, on churches, let's go to move on to the next claim, which is that we need to be focusing on other things in school, like how to do taxes, math, science, history, so on and so forth. LGBTQ plus is not built into the curriculum and is taught in a standardized class with a set course with tests every week. I have no clue, okay, what sentiment you're supposedly purporting when you make the claim that there's other things that we could be focusing on instead that are more important. I think that there is a vast range of many things that are important to for younger Americans to know, that are important for any American to know, and that is exactly why school's not a one-day walk in the park, but is rather a natural progression of like 12 to 17 years of education because of how many things are important to learn about, okay? It's saying that we need to accept everybody regardless of who they're attracted to, and advocation of the LGBTQ plus community does not mean that it is therefore not important to learn how to do taxes, and does not mean that therefore we're going to overshadow how to learn taxes. It is just simply one of the things in which is important alongside how to do taxes, alongside rudimentary mathematics, alongside rudimentary geography and history. I'm really confused on where that second claim of yours came from.
In school, you literally find it that it's easier to learn about gender studies than it is to learn about taxes and financial statements.
Could you please give me like the curriculum of any public school and what they teach in reference to gender studies, please and thank you?
Yeah, so if you look at the curriculum for Madison Memorial High School, you'll find that they have a gender studies course, but they don't have a tax course. They might have some sort of economic course, but also let me tell you.
Wait, don't speed past that. Who sets the curriculum?
Say what?
Who sets the curriculum?
Who sets the curriculum?
Yes.
You tell me. It's the people of the school, the board of directors, MMSD.
I think it's a little bit hyperbolic if you don't understand who actually sets the curriculum for you to sit here and vilify the curriculum, and even more so perpetuate it to like the federal level as far as voting, and even like Donald Trump being for or against that, because like literally the president of the United States or the federal government wouldn't be able to dictate the curriculum for schools. So like that's a moot point.
I described it as a cultural issue, and we're going, we're honing in on the details, and it's also the point.
Wait, what's the cultural issue? Explain to us the cultural issue, because even the last thing that you just said was an example of one high school, okay, which may or may not be true. We don't know because you didn't give any evidence. Okay, all right. So I just want to clarify here: what one high school does not amount to anything cultural. Okay, and even in reference to that one high school, it's not an issue. Because your takeaway shouldn't be, well, because they're teaching a course about the LGBTQ and not teaching a course about how to do taxes, therefore we shouldn't teach the course about LGBTQ. But rather, the takeaway should be, they should teach a course about LGBTQ and teach a course about how to do taxes. But, likely, for how to do taxes, it doesn't necessitate a full drawn-out course, and that's probably compiled within like an economics course. But that aside, what is the cultural issue here that Donald Trump is fixing in reference to gay, bi, lesbian, queer, and trans people?
I'd love to answer. Thank you. The answer to that question is, do you believe, or my question to you is, do you believe that a kid, someone who's under the age of 18, should have the ability to change their gender, genetical parts?
They don't have it.
Yeah, you're saying sex reassignment surgery. No, I don't believe that minors should have the ability to get sex reassignment surgery. And no, minors don't have the ability to get sex reassignment surgery. Fun fact, Donald Trump has not implemented or changed any law in reference to sex reassignment surgery for minors, because that has already been addressed historically. And, woo, that's for you, Santana.
Shit. Holy shit, thank you, Elevator. Holy fuck. Thank you so much, Elevate. Holy fuck. Sorry, Dean. Holy fuck. Thank you, Elevate. Sorry, Dean.
No, you're good. You're good. Shout out to Elevate. Where was I?
You were saying that Donald Trump hasn't passed any type of legislation when it comes to...
Yeah, that was where I was at. So yeah, Donald Trump hasn't passed any legislation when it comes to banning minors from getting sex reassignment surgery. He just passed an executive order stating what we already knew, because that law is pre-existing. So once again, I want to argue that minors getting sex reassignment surgery is a cultural issue because it just doesn't happen point blank period. B, Donald Trump hasn't done anything to prevent it insofar as imposing new legislation to criminalize it. And C, I would argue that this isn't even relevant to the culture of LGBTQ plus in America. It's just an example, or more so a claim that is made by people on the right to further demonize the LGBTQ plus community in this country.
Could you repeat that last part? You're saying that this
isn't relevant. Sex reassignment surgery for minors is not relevant to the LGBTQ plus community because it's not something that happens. It's just something that is used by people on the right to further demonize the community.
You're telling me that no one under the age of 18 has done sex reassignment surgery under Biden?
Yeah, actually, I don't think that you'd be able to produce a handful of examples, no.
Well, we can look it up.
You can, and you're not going to find anything. The only thing that you're going to be able to find is a couple of gender-affirming care, and I think there was something that wasn't inside of the U.S. Like, this is the whole thing. Can I just be, super honest with you? And I want you to think about this for a second. Donald Trump, where did Donald Trump say that this is, thank you, where did Donald Trump say this is happening?
Say what is happening?
That the sex reassignment surgery, where did he say that this is happening?
It's happening in the... Okay, hold on.
No. Specifically, Donald Trump said there's a place that these sex reassignments are happening for children. Where did he say it's happening?
I never said Trump said it. I said that I haven't.
No, Donald Trump specifically said that this is happening. Where did he say it's happening?
I never said that Trump said
That's fine. Donald Trump has been saying that it's happening at school. Donald Trump literally over and over and over has said that they're sending kids to school and kids are getting sex reassignment surgery at school. Goku, I want you to stop for a second and answer this question with honesty. Are children having surgery at school?
That's illogical.
It's very illogical. So if you know it's illogical that children are not having surgery at school, but Donald Trump is pushing the narrative that sex reassignment surgery is happening and it's specifically happening for kids at school, then this entire point is illogical, right, Goku?
Well, listen, I never said that.
I just need you to answer the question, please, and thank you.
Could you ask the question one more time, please?
If Donald Trump is saying that sex reassignment surgery is happening for children at school, and we know surgery is not happening at school, then the entire point of sex reassignment surgery happening at school is illogical.
Well, of course, at school it's illogical.
Okay, so why would you be following Donald Trump, who's pushing propaganda that you know for sure is illogical?
Again, I never said that Donald Trump was saying that things were happening at school.
I know you're not. I'm telling you he said that, but I'm saying, why would you follow someone who is being illogical in their entire point when it comes to something that you think is important?
So you're saying that he said that?
Yes, he said it multiple times.
Where?
On the campaign trail, at the State of the Union. Like, he said this multiple times. He said this a lot.
Which speech
everywhere.
Did he say it in? If he said it so much, which speech did he say it in?
I've just told you on the campaign.
I think that he said that in the debate. I think he said. I think I remember him either saying that in his debate with Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. But do you mind if I just hop in here for a second?
Yep, you got it.
Because this is like genuinely like so fucking insane to me. Like, I literally hate this point. It makes me want to throw up in a bad way, not like the good way that the Hegseth did earlier when I said my stomach was upset. And let me tell you why. Okay? It's because you have been genuinely propagandized to the extent that you're willing to accept a new war in the Middle East that's killed 174 children at an elementary school, that will kill many American servicemen and women, okay, that will destabilize the region again. You're okay with accepting Donald Trump asking the military to plan an invasion of whatever allies that could destroy NATO or cause World War III. You're okay with Donald Trump illegally cutting off food stamps for 16 million American school children, or cutting off healthcare for 10 million low-income American, or reducing the purchasing power of 156 million Americans in the low and the middle class. Okay, you're okay with Donald Trump ending Roe v. Wade, which has led to 60 rape victims per day being denied access to abortion in 10 of our 50 states every 24 hours. Okay, you're okay with some of the worst geopolitical and foreign affairs, even outside of the new war in the Middle East, relating to imposing tariffs on every other country in the world because he's mad SCOTUS ruled them as unconstitutional in the first way he did it. You know, you're okay with mask-off authoritarianism. You're okay with him defending the murder of your fellow Americans on the streets of this country, like Alex Pretty, Keith Porter, Renee Good. Okay, you're okay with Donald Trump infringing on the Constitution, slamming the First Amendment, slamming the Second Amendment, slamming the Fourth, the Fifth, the 10th, the 14th, the 22nd Amendment, slamming Article 1 and Article 2. You're okay with Donald Trump causing his followers to raid the Capitol, try to kill cops, smear their shit on the walls, and try to kill our congressmen and women to overthrow a free and fair election, and then giving them full and complete presidential pardons after calling them patriots. And you're okay with Donald Trump defying Congress and breaking federal law to protect pedophiles, predators, and rapists, okay, by illegally redacting the names of co-conspirators and not releasing all of the files. And you're okay with him illegally deporting people to Sica and El Salvador, where they're getting beaten, tortured, and forced to kneel from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. until they fall out of exhaustion, then being beat by the guards, all because you've been convinced of this myth that maybe one minor got a sex reassignment surgery in the last 4 years, and Donald Trump's going to do fucking something about it, but then he does fucking nothing about it, and then he just passes an executive order saying, this is bad, the same way it's already been outlawed and criminalized over the course of the last 25 years in this country, okay? It is such a problem that you have been indoctrinated to not just focus on the 1%, because 1% of our population has not gotten sex reassignment surgeries as minors. You've rather been indoctrinated to focus on the 0.00000000001%, okay, in order to then ignore the 99%, including that 0.001% that is being actively fucked over, murdered, actively killed, bombed, gone to war with, or having our Constitution trampled. And it's a mess. It's a mess. You know, I would be able to name more women that Donald Trump has raped or sexually exploited than you can name minors that have gotten a sex reassignment surgery because of Democratic policy that Donald Trump has stopped. Do you want to bet?
Yes, let's bet.
Okay. How much?
$20.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So one woman that Donald Trump has raped is E. Jean Carroll. That was proven inside of a civil court of law. Another woman that Donald Trump sexually exploited was Miss Arizona from Miss Teen USA 1997. I think that her name is, let's see here.
He just came strolling right in. Say pageant. Our first introduction to teenies
Let's see what her name is.
Power.
As Miss Arizona 2001, Tasha Dixon competed.
Oh, yeah, a woman that he sexually exploited was Tasha Dixon, who he walked into her dressing room and then looked at her when she had no clothes on. A girl that he sexually exploited was Mariah Delgado, okay, who's competed at Miss Teen USA in 1997, who Donald Trump then barged in on her dressing room alongside 3 other unnamed teens, according to interviews done, as well as Donald Trump's own admission of guilt. You also have Katie Johnson from the lawsuit, you have Sasha Riley, and then you have the credible accuser in the Epstein files that won a settlement from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that also credibly accused Donald Trump of doing very similar things to her. What was that, 4, 5, 6? Your turn.
So why is he in jail? Why is he not?
Don't worry. I'll definitely answer that question after you answer mine. So can you please name 6 people that got sex reassignment surgeries as minors because of Democratic policy that Donald Trump stopped?
Do I get a little bit of time to prepare?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up then.
While he's doing that, Dean, and I know you're about to say something, but I have 2 quick things I would love to play whenever I could hop in. Also, while he gets those things together, you know, W's in the chat for Feisty. Thank you so much for the 15. You're amazing, Feisty. W's in the chat for Aaron for the 20. Mason, thank you so much for the 10. Barbara, thank you for the 25. And massive fucking W's in the chat for Carrie for the $100 donation. You are like crazy. And just thank you to everybody for the love, kindness, and support. And I'm actually heading to DC this week, so everything will be going towards the cost that I'm going to have to pay out for that trip. So you guys are amazing. Thank you.
That's super exciting, Satana.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking at the whitehouse.gov. All right, under President Biden, the federal government promoted a grotesque social and scientific experiment on American children. During the first 3 years of his administration alone, more than 7,000 children were admitted puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones.
Oh yeah, perfect. So not sex reassignment surgery. You specifically made the claim of sex reassignment surgery. Hormone replacement therapy is not sex reassignment surgery. I'll happily have a second conversation with you about hormone replacement therapy. However, that is a failure to name a single kid who underwent sex reassignment surgery, which is different than hormone replacement therapy.
I don't think these kids are specifically listed on these websites. I don't think I would want a kid to be specifically listed on these websites for that.
Okay, so you can't find like one. You can't even find one name, and this is what your whole argument hinges upon, insofar as why you support the authoritarian fascist rapist as president.
Mm-hmm. It's a good source, and they're citing at least 7,000 children.
No, they're not. That's not a site for anything. Donald Trump's White House is not a good source. They lie to you every single day. How good of a source was that on J6 talking about the 2020 election? How good of a source was his White House about the Tomahawk that bombed the girls' elementary school in Iran? How good of a source was that for If Coal is Clean? How good of a source was that for the 30,000 lies that he told during his first administration? But regardless of the fact that his White House is unreliable, what I'd like to say here once again is they're not even claiming that 7,000 people underwent sex reassignment surgery when they were minors, because hormone replacement therapy is not sex reassignment surgery. And it's not only for transgender children, by the way, but we could talk about that later. So please, once again, I'm going to need you to name at least 6 children who got sex reassignment surgery, not hormone replacement therapy.
I didn't give you 6, I gave you 7,000.
Dude, what did I just say?
You literally didn't.
You're not listening to what I'm saying here. Hormone replacement therapy is not sex reassignment surgery. Even if that claim were to be true, it is not proving that even one child underwent sex reassignment surgery, because it is not claiming one child underwent sex reassignment surgery. It is claiming 7,000 children went under hormone replacement therapy.
And those
also, one call out for you, Goku. If that was posted on the whitehouse.gov while Biden was in office, and it said that they stopped 20 million undocumented immigrants from coming into the country, would you believe that?
Could you repeat that for me, please?
If you were looking at the whitehouse.gov while Biden was in office, and it said that they stopped 20 million undocumented immigrants from coming into the country, would you believe that?
You're saying it's a bad source?
No, I'm saying, would you believe if Biden was in office and on whitehouse.gov they said that they stopped 20 million undocumented immigrants from coming into the country? Would you believe that?
Well, maybe they stop some, maybe they let some in.
Would you believe that, yes or no?
Let's see.
No. Just answer the question. Pretty straightforward. If it was Biden's White House and they put on whitehouse.gov, they stopped 20 million undocumented immigrants from coming into the country, would you believe it?
20 million?
Yes.
Would I believe it if it was on the site? I would have to
yes,
look more
if Biden's White House put that up on whitehouse.gov.
I would look more into it. And
would you believe it, yes or no?
I wouldn't fully believe it.
Why?
Because clearly he let in a lot of undocumented people and he let those borders loose.
That's what you think, but okay, perfect. The reason why whitehouse.gov is not a good source is because it's controlled by the current administration in office. So even if Biden was to put something on whitehouse.gov like that, that's not something that we would want to cite because it's biased and it has different leanings. But even more than that, the actual thing that you read off doesn't say the thing you think that it says. Reassignment surgery is not gender affirming care. Those are two different things.
Yeah, I completely agree with Santana here. Whitehouse.gov is never a source regardless of who's in the White House because they don't have to tell the truth. And they don't ever provide evidence either. I would never source whitehouse.gov under Biden to make any claim about what happened.
It was the first one that came up. What about New York Post?
Sure. Well, what are the children which have underwent sex reassignment surgery according to New York Post?
Over 5,700 American children had trans surgery, actually, between 2019 and 2023.
Okay, then it should be really easy to give an example.
Well, that's what the article is saying.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to give like evidence for it because I don't also trust New York Post off the get go. You know, they did a hit piece on Zohran Mamdani saying that he was a bad mayor of New York City because of the way that he shoveled snow.
Okay, if that's your argument, you could definitely say that every single news source said a bad thing about something.
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna have to like see the supporting evidence for the claim.
All right, so the title is over 5,700 American children had trans surgery between 2019 and 2023. And this
I just need to see the evidence to support the claim because maybe what they consider trans surgery is once again hormone replacement therapy. I mean, it's very very frequent for New York Post to put a spin on things. Like I said, they do it all the time.
Okay.
Also, can you say the title one more time because like I'm looking for it and I can't find that.
By the way, I want you to look at the screen real quick. Can you read that?
Yeah. Sarah reveals poor snow shoveling as he shoveling.
Come on. Like that's who you're citing? Come on, dude.
All right, Dean, come on. Let's be professional here. You know that every single news source on the planet has at least one time said something completely untrue. You know.
No, bro. They do this like all the time. That's why I'm saying I need to see the supporting evidence. And what I'd argue here is likely what they're calling trans surgery is, once again, hormone replacement therapy.
And I still think that's almost just as it's still
by the way, I want to point out
that's the first sentence in the
Wait, what's the first sentence?
That's literally the first fucking sentence.
What is it?
Go ahead, Dean.
What's the first sentence?
The new national database maps gender affirming care for minors.
Okay.
That's literally the first sentence in the article.
That's not the first sentence in the article.
It's literally the first sentence. Over 5,700 American children had trans surgery between 2019 to 2023. Medical group claims treated like quote unquote guinea pigs. That's the article that you're talking about from October the 8th, 2024, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the very first line that they're talking about gender affirming care.
Well,
right.
I mean, I like to clarify here that sex reassignment surgery is gender affirming care. So, I mean, I might disagree with you there, Santana. Because sex reassignment surgery is gender affirming care, it could technically still be sex reassignment surgery. But like once again, I'd argue that they're likely referring to hormone replacement therapy, which is
and that's what I was just about to say. They literally highlight that it's puberty blocker and hormone replacement therapy. Like I was just saying, the first line they're breaking down the actual like people that got it, the cost and all this other stuff, but it's literally based off of those two things.
Okay, well, the one thing I want to adjust on what I said, I'll correct myself here. when I say, you know, gender or affirming, all these things, right? If it's puberty blockers, okay. If it's hormone replacement therapy, okay. If it's sex reassignment surgery, okay. All these things are basically in the same block. They might have different,
No, they're completely in different blocks because sex reassignment surgery is irreversible and atypical for minors. Meanwhile, hormone therapy is reversible and very typical for minors. Like, for instance, one form of hormone therapy that is taken by like cis people would be like for instance, birth control for minor girls. But like, once again, it is a different claim. So it seems like you were conceding the first claim. So it seems like you need to send me $20.
Also, just an FYI, this claim was apparently generated by a group called Do No Harm, and they said they represent medical professionals, and their whole thing is they're fighting DEI practices in medicine.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like another like American First Legal, where
it's fucking wild.
Like, no, man, like that's why I like to like talk about these things and have like drawn out conversations, expressing.
Crazy.
Dude, that was to you, Santana. Hell yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Dude, holy moly. Shout out to Elevate.
Yo, how come I can't get any?
Because you suck. Anyway,
well, I mean, actually, because you need to give some. You owe me $20.
Exactly.
I still think I'm right on that.
You're wrong.
I win, right?
So, is the fact that I was able to name 6 people that Donald Trump either raped or sexually exploited alarming to you at all? Do you think that rapist sexual exploiters should be able to serve as president?
No.
Okay, so end of conversation. I changed your mind.
All right, I'll ask you one thing. If he actually did those things, how is he allowed to be in office right now?
Yeah, for sure, because the only requirements for serving as president is not being found legally guilty for an insurrection in consideration of the 14th Amendment, being born in America and over the age of 35. All right, if you check those boxes, you could run for president, and the reason why people voted for him is because of widespread propaganda, misinformation, disinformation, and a lack of knowledge. Elevate, I really appreciate you for the super fucking cool level ship. Thank you so much for that support. And once again, I mean, every single thing that I said there is true. Like, for instance, that Donald Trump raped Eugene Carroll, that was determined by a court. Okay, a unanimous jury of 9 determined, okay, that Donald Trump raped Eugene Carroll. All right, and then for the claim about the sexual exploitation of naked women and girls, he admitted to it. He sat down with Howard Stern in 2005, and he told Howard Stern that he just barged into their dressing rooms. They wouldn't have clothes on. They looked great, and he'd get away with it.
So why isn't he in jail?
Well, as we discovered last night, for the sexual exploitation that took place at Miss USA or Miss Teen USA, there's likely some form of coercion involved insofar as incentivizing them to not take it to courts. But regardless of what that reason is, it doesn't matter because we know he did it because he admitted to it. And then he's not in jail for raping Eugene Carroll because that litigation was held in a civil court, not a criminal court. And I just generally find the why is he not in jail defense to be a really bad one. According to RAIN.org, only 2% of rapists go to jail for raping, as well as we know of plenty of Epstein co-conspirators, including that woman, I forget her name, that sent Epstein an email saying that she loved his littlest girl, or his brother who said, is this the OBGYN you take your victims to? Or the 5 pictured men, and the photo was redacted, by the way, that were holding the naked, bloodied up 12-year-old girl, with one of them having their fingers in her female member. None of them are in jail. We know that Epstein and co had co-conspirators that did things to the kids too. None of them are in jail whatsoever, right? That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles when we live in a very evil patriarchy run by satanic pedophiles. I don't know what to tell you.
So what you're saying that he did all these things, but he wasn't held accountable for it because they just couldn't make it stick?
No. Once again, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to drill this into you. He admitted to sexually exploiting women and girls. That's stuck. No ands.
You did not admit to raping them.
I said sexual exploitation?
Okay, and what exactly is that? What did he do?
Yeah, he barged into their dressing rooms unconsensually to look at their naked bodies, including minors.
And did he leave right after?
What does it matter? What does it matter if he left right after or it took 20 minutes? If he barges in to actually look at their naked bodies, what does it matter if he was just going to sneak a peek or he was watching for like an hour. What does that matter?
I was just under the premise that it would have been an accident.
No. He said that he did it on purpose. Sorry, go ahead, Dean.
I don't think he's heard Trump admitting to it. Let's go ahead and play the admission.
You could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
No way.
Wait, why did you laugh?
The way he said it is just ridiculous.
But what was funny about hearing him admitting to sexual exploitation?
But what video is that from, so I can check it out personally?
No. Can you answer the question first? Why was that funny to you? Why was your first response to laugh at Donald Trump literally admitting sexual exploitation of women and minors?
The reason why I laughed might have been slightly inappropriate, but the reason why I did laugh was because it sounded like something out here from a locker room conversation with, some random group of dudes.
You're fucking gross.
Oh, so when you hang out with friends, you talk about how you like to engage in sexual violence.
I didn't say it was me. I said something I would hear at a locker room.
Oh, okay. So it's like the people that you hang out with would tell you that they like to engage in sexual violence.
I didn't say I hang out with them. I said something I would hear in a locker room.
Yeah, just like killing all black people, something you'd hear at a Klan rally. Doesn't make it okay.
Whoa.
What? Why whoa? Why are you clutching your pearls now?
Wait.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
I was just about to say, did that make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, did that make you feel uncomfortable? So then why doesn't the first thing also make you feel uncomfortable?
That's the question you should be asking yourself right now. Why is, that's the bridge too far, but you're good with sexual exploitation of women and minors?
I never said I was okay with it. I did admit that it was a bit of an inappropriate response from me, but it was just
But you just clutched your pearls with the actual analogy, but for some reason, you didn't clutch your pearls when you heard Trump. You laughed, you giggled, you thought it was actually hilarious because of the way that he said it.
Yeah, it was an inappropriate reaction. Forgive me, I'm not perfect.
So do you accept that Donald Trump sexually exploited them?
No.
Why?
I'm asking if you could give me the video for that so I could look at it.
Oh, yeah. Just go on Google. Go on YouTube. Type in Donald Trump's crude talk on the Howard Stern show, and then skip to around 1 minute and 37 seconds into the video.
Donald Trump's crude talks on what now?
Howard Stern show. It's going to be posted by CNN Business 9 years ago.
Okay. And if I were to look into the past of Joe Biden, you're saying I wouldn't find anything suspicious?
Why did you go, what about Biden?
I'll just quickly respond to it. It's really easy to defeat. If you found anything similar, then you should not support Trump or Biden. I don't understand what's relevant to a conversation about you not supporting Trump, though. So, once again, please go ahead and address the fact that Donald Trump admitted to the sexual exploitation of women and girls. And in fact, before you do that, I'm actually just going to thank a couple people. I've been meaning to do this for a while. First and foremost, this came in a while ago. Stella, I really hope that you're still listening. Thank you so much for the $100 donation over on YT. I really appreciate you so much for the love, Stella. Let's get 1,000 Stella W's down below who says, take my money. Thank you so much for the support, Stella. That is unreal. As well as Amber. Thank you so much for the $100 as well. Thank you so much for the love. He says, hey, caller, many blue states focus on education. Feel free to read or not. I bet that was relevant to the conversation when you sent that in, and I'm so sorry that I just got around to it now. Thank you so much, Amber and Stella. You guys are so kind. Same thing to Paul. Thank you for the $20 who says, when those studies count quote-unquote gender-affirming surgery for kids, they're counting breast reduction surgery for cis males, which makes up the vast majority of them. Oh, you are so totally right.
Yep, that's a huge point.
Yeah, because what is it called when you start to develop
fatty breast tissue in boys?
There's a name for it.
Yeah, it is. Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Yeah, you're right. That is such a good point. Over on Venmo, Anna Sophia, thank you so much for the $30 over on Venmo. Let's get 300 Anna Sophia W's. Yeah, Gyno. There it is. It's called Gyno. Anna Sophia with $30 on Venmo says, just wanted to point out that I've had to take testosterone blockers in the past for my hormonal imbalance. It's definitely not the same. Also, you deserve all that love that you're getting today. Well, thank you so much for the support, Anna Sophia. It's good to see you. Let's get 3 Anna Sophia W's, as well as 100 Haylin W's, who says, I've been watching you for a while. You deserve it all. Thank you, Haylin. Alexandra and Haley, appreciate you both for the 5. And then Shauna, thank you for the $25, who says, just wanted to send my gratitude and appreciation for all that you do. You deserve it. Shauna, huge shout out to you. Let's show some love to Shauna down below, as well as Miss Mary. Thank you so much for the $50 donation over there on Venmo as well. I appreciate you so much for the love. Who says, I wish I had a shit ton of money so that I could drop bombs like Elevate, because seeing you flabbergasted is amazing. Oh, Mary, I really appreciate you so much for the $50. And I'm not gonna lie, man, you know, never mind. I was about to speculate about something that I have no right to speculate about. I really appreciate you so much for the $50, Mary. Let's get 500 Mary W's. Sibel, thank you so much for the $10. Who says, love you, Santana and Parker. Shout out to you, Sibel. Thank you so much for tuning in. SJ, thank you so much for the $10 as well in PayPal. He says, hoping all is well and that you and your girlfriend have been getting rest lately and that you guys are doing good so far as dealing with your grandmothers. Oh, thank you, SJ. So much love to you both. Give Momo my love as well. Dude, I love you, SJ. Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, we've been really busy, but we're really excited to go to California. I'm so fucking grateful for all the love and the gifts today. Like I said earlier, it's going to the trip to Cali, man. I would also like to very quickly thank Kyle. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. I just read your message. Thank you so much. Show some love to Kyle, as well as Fasi. Thank you for the 5. Allison, thank you for the 5. And then Serena, thank you for the $15 over on PayPal. Just hope you know that you're an amazing person and we all love you. Oh, thank you so much, Serena. Thank you so much. Show some love to Serena. And with that, we're all caught up. Go ahead and tell us why you don't think that Donald Trump is guilty of sexual exploitation of women and girls, even though you just heard him say he was guilty of sexual exploitation of women and girls.
I'm sorry, was that for me?
Yep.
Could you repeat it again? I wasn't listening.
Explain to us why you don't think that Donald Trump is guilty of sexual exploitation of women and girls, even though you just heard him admit to being guilty of sexual exploitation of women and girls.
So, in terms of sexual exploitation, could you please define me exactly what sexual exploitation is?
Yeah, the best definition I found for this conversation would be to unjustly take advantage of somebody sexually.
Unjustly?
Yeah.
As in, it was wrong, like the other people didn't like it.
As in, it was wrong, yeah.
And the other people did something against it, and they charged it. They charged files.
No, you don't need to pursue litigation in order for sexual exploitation to be sexual exploitation. That's kind of a crazy thought, right?
What now?
You don't need to pursue litigation in order to be a victim, no.
I agree with that.
Okay, so do you accept that the definition of sexual exploitation is to unjustly take advantage of somebody sexually?
That makes sense.
Okay, so then Donald Trump did admit to sexual exploitation because he admitted to abusing his position of power as the owner of the beauty pageant to then take advantage of the position of vulnerability that the women and girls were in to further unconsensual sexual conduct, i.e. looking at them with no clothes on.
Okay.
So do you affirm that?
Do I affirm that he did that? Any sexual
yeah, do you affirm that that's what he admitted to? Let's start there. Do you affirm that's what he admitted to? What's that?
I'm going off of is that voice memo? And
yeah, and it's not a voice memo. It's a recording of him on the Howard Stern radio show in 2005. But do you affirm that on the Howard Stern radio show in 2005 he did admit to sexually exploiting women and girls?
I haven't looked at the video myself yet, but I mean, look.
Wait, no, you don't need to look at the video yourself. I mean, feel free to if you want, but I mean, I'm playing it for you right now. Okay, how about I even just show you real quick? Bada boom, bada bang.
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest is...
What's that?
So where's the video?
It was a radio show. Radio is audio, not video.
That I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere.
CNN,
and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant.
What's that?
It was a radio show The Howard Stern radio show was one of the largest, the most popular radio show at that time. There was no video. It was do you know what a radio show is?
Yeah, then you're also saying that it was like posted by CNN. Okay, and?
I don't trust CNN.
Okay, you don't trust their what? You don't trust their reporting. You don't trust their spin. You don't trust their headlines. You don't trust their perspective on things. But they're not sharing their perspective. They're not sharing their spin. They're not sharing their headlines. It's just a repost of an audio clip from the Howard Stern radio show.
I'm sure you know how easy it is to.
Wait, who can spin Donald Trump's own words that came out of his mouth?
Yeah,
pretty easy to spin some things on an audio channel, my friend.
Wait, how did they?
He said the words.
Yeah. Explain that to us. Like, I'm just so confused. Are you saying like it's out of context?
I'm saying it's not only could be taken out of context, but the clips could have been taken out of order. There's many things that can be taken to.
Wait. Do you want to hear the context? I'm gonna play you the context.
What I'm saying is you can
listen. I'm gonna play you the context.
It's a simple thing. It's a half hour, and we strip it out all over the country.
I would say I'm the all-time judge.
You own this pageant. You go over. You're meeting the girls. This and that. One of them comes up to you and says, "Mr. Trump, you're a very sexy man.
You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair.
Well, you're a powerful man, right? You're a powerful man.
Right.
I want to sleep with you." Now, you're not the type that would say no.
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right. No, but I mean, you see a beautiful woman, you want to have that. You're a guy who likes to have everything, right?
Well, couldn't that be construed, however, as
conflict?
Yes.
Well, I don't see it as a conflict.
It could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed?
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with the vagina. And
well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else, and no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
It will never get old for guests on the live to ask for context for that clip because the context just makes it worse. And I'm actually going to give you more context. Here's Tasha Dixon, who competed as Miss Arizona in 2001.
He just came strolling right in. There was no second to put a robe on or any sort of clothing or anything. Some girls were topless, other girls were naked.
As Miss Arizona 2001, Tasha Dixon competed in the Miss USA pageant. Donald Trump owned the contest along with Miss Universe and Miss Teen USA for 19 years.
Our first introduction to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked changing into our bikinis. To have the owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him.
And Dixon.
No, that's not even it, because after this story kind of broke in 2015, BuzzFeed, they were actually able to get a hold of some of the girls that competed at Miss Teen USA, and I'll read you what they had to say as well as I'll show it on screen. Let me just go ahead and collapse this a little bit. Perfect.
BuzzFeed News, that's definitely reliable, huh?
Yeah, for interviews, yeah. Because they're giving direct quotes of what people said. You know that it's illegal to lie about that. Well, one second. It's illegal to lie about what people tell you in an interview. The reason why we don't really respect BuzzFeed is because they're not like a journalistic empire. So if BuzzFeed were to do an independent investigation into the missile that struck the girls' elementary school in Iran, and they said that they concluded through their independent investigation, that was an American missile, or I'd be like, yeah, okay, I don't know, I don't believe that BuzzFeed's really too credible in that sense. But this isn't intensive journalism. It's not an investigation. It was an interview. And it's also an interview that corroborates Donald Trump's admission of guilt and what we just saw from Tasha Dixon. But anyways, 4 women who competed at the 1997 Miss Teen USA beauty pageant said Donald Trump walked into the dressing room while contestants, some as young as 15, were changing. Here's what matters. The quote is what matters. Quote unquote, I remember putting on my dress really quickly because I was like, oh my God, there's a man in here, Mariah Bellato said. Former Miss Vermont Teen USA. Trump, she recalled saying something like, "Don't worry, ladies, I've seen it all before." 3 other women who asked to remain anonymous for fear of getting engulfed in a media firestorm also remembered Trump entering into the dressing room while girls were changing. 2 of them said that the girls rushed to cover their bodies, one calling it quote-unquote shocking and creepy. So you said that you wanted the context. So I played you the rest of the context from the clip on the Howard Stern show, which only makes it worse because they're clearly talking about sex. They're talking about power dynamics. And we're talking about like pussy, vagina, so on and so forth. Like I'm just quoting them. And then I also gave you the additional context of Tasha Dixon from Miss Arizona from 2001 saying it happened to her. Then the additional context of 4 other teens from Miss Teen USA 1997 saying the same thing. So at this point, do you accept that this is something Trump did?
Okay, so let's focus on the first one, right? Because that's what we were talking about. The one where it was, he's talking about on the radio show. You gave me the context, right? From the context, it actually sounds like the girls were the ones that wanted him.
Okay, so that's not true at all. So first and foremost, that clip starts with Howard Stern asking the hypothetical question, what if one of them came up to you, what would you do? And he says, well, it'd be a contradiction of I don't know, some power disbalance. And then he said that he'd address that later. And then he was like, but the funniest thing that I will do is, and then he brought up him barging into the dressing rooms. We know that the women didn't want him because he said he allowed himself to go in. If he had the consent of all the women, then they would be allowing himself in. And also, I don't want to be that guy, but you do understand that minors can't consent, right?
And it was minors? How do you know it was minors? How do you
because that's who competed at Miss Teen USA.
And that was in the radio? I don't think so.
In the radio clip, he referred to all of his pageants generally. That's why we rely on the testimony of the 4 teens and the testimony of the women to subsequently justify that he did this at all the pageants he owned.
Yeah, so it's definitely up to speculation. I don't trust the context.
It's not speculatory because he admitted to barging into dressing rooms. Like,
not all of them.
Not all of them? What do you mean?
How there's no he never said he did it to minors. If anything, all right? If anything. All right?
Okay, so your counter argument, I just want to ensure
please,
that your counter argument is Dean, he did sexually exploit women, but I don't think he sexually exploited girls, right? That's your counter argument?
No. That's not my claim. My claim.
Wait. But like who is he? But he had to do it to someone. He either did it to women or girls or women and girls. So which one was it? What option?
Right. Please let me finish. That radio clip, what I can take from that, purely honestly, is that if anything, those women actually wanted him more than anything. Like,
where do you get that from?
You are so fucking gross.
Yeah, you're so gross.
You are gross as shit. Sorry.
Like, okay, where do you get that in the audio clip? Tell me when to pause it when you get that.
Owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done
Did you
that.
go
Now,
back
tell me, sexy man.
You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair.
Well, you're a powerful man.
Right there.
He said
you go over, you're meeting the girls and that. One of them comes up to you and says,
that's a hypothetical given by Howard Stern.
No, it's not.
You own this pageant, you go over, you're meeting the girls and that. One of them comes up to you and says, Mr. Trump, you're a very sexy man.
You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair.
Well, you're a powerful man. Right? You're a powerful man.
Right.
I want to sleep with you. Now, you're not the type that would say no.
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right.
So do you understand now how that was a hypothetical proposed by Howard Stern asking Trump if one of them did want to have sex with him, how would he respond?
And you think the context magically appeared that, oh no, hypothetically women will want you. You think that he
I'm so sorry.
Stern.
I'm so sorry. You have to acknowledge, like, clearly what we just heard was Howard Stern being like, if one of them came up to you and asked this question, how would you respond?
Yes. And what was before
so because Howard Stern asked Donald Trump how he would respond to a hypothetical woman saying she wanted to sleep with him, that therefore gives Donald Trump the right to barge into the dressing rooms of not just one woman without consent, but multiple women and girls over the course of 20 years. You are dumb as a box of rocks, and you are a threat to women and girls, and you are the reason why every woman and girl I've met in my life has a story to tell.
That's quite disrespectful and quite irrational. If
you think what you've been saying is respectful or rational at all? You've been up here this entire time running coverage for a fucking predator, and you think that Dean calling you out on protecting a predator is somehow out of line. You're the fucking problem, bub. It's you. You're literally the problem. You're literally the problem.
So you're saying that he actually had the consent to barge into the dressing rooms whenever he wanted because Howard Stern asked him what he would do if a woman wanted to have sex with him?
Let me point this out.
Answer yes or no. Is your argument that it was okay for Donald Trump to barge into the dressing rooms of women and girls whenever he wanted to because Howard Stern hypothetically asked him how he would respond to a woman that wanted to have sex with him? Is that the position?
Not at all.
Then what's the position? Explain it to us. So Donald Trump says that he barged into the dressing rooms, not with the consent of the women or girls, but only with the consent of himself. That's why he expressly said that he was allowed to do it. He didn't even acknowledge that men weren't allowed in there. He's a man. He's saying that he shouldn't be able to go in there. And at the end of the clip, he said that he gets away with it. Therefore, we know that he did it without the consent of the women, because if he was doing it with the consent of the women, then he wouldn't be, quote unquote, getting away with it. So what is the argument that you have to defend Donald Trump doing this? What is it?
What is the context before the clip you played?
Before the clip I played? Like the whole 3 minutes?
Before the hypothetical question is presented, what is the context before that?
No one knows, and it's completely irrelevant.
Exactly.
No, it's not relevant. Nothing could have been said before that clip was played. Okay, yeah, that's fine, Satan. I'll let you speak on that. I just want to say real quick, there's nothing that could have been said in the other context that came before the 3 minutes that I played that justified Donald Trump saying that he wanted to barge into the rooms. You are in denial, so now you are trying to use an argument born out of ignorance in order to justify your position. You are saying that because we don't know what came 3 minutes before he admitted to a sexual exploitation, that therefore it could have been anything. Anything could have been said, and then that's just where you stop. You don't even apply your 3 fucking brain cells to come up with what could have been said in order to justify it. You just said, well, because anything could have been said, I'm going to assume something was said in which somehow justifies the clip, even though you cannot even creatively think of something that could have been said in order to justify the clip. It's low IQ, it's very intellectually lazy, and it's very harmful to women and girls. Santana, the mic and the floor are yours.
I apologize. I just got fucking stun locked by something. I'll say this, and then Dean, I gotta take off because I am supposed to be helping someone with the research paper that they're doing. So I gotta go help.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll say
then while you say this next thing, I'm actually just gonna go use the restroom real quick. It'll
yeah. Go ahead. You got it. So Goku, the quote unquote context that you're speaking about, Donald Trump was an avid visitor of the Howard Stern show because the Howard Stern show was a hypersexualized show that spent time dealing into the different aspects of being a celebrity. They had Hugh Hefner on a lot, which, he had the Playboy Mansion. They had porn stars, all this other stuff. It was something like Howard Stern literally made his bones off of being a hypersexualized radio host. And so that's one of the reasons why Donald Trump wanted to go and did the Howard Stern show. I think it was either 3 or 4 times. And so the conversation was just them talking about the quote unquote day in the life of Donald Trump, him being a celebrity, a philanthropist, which he's not, a billionaire, and how all the women want him. So you're looking for additional context. It's all gross. It's all gross. The entire thing is gross. And you know what's awesome about that? You can actually go back and watch the actual archives of the Howard Stern show. They have some audio archives, they have some behind the scene footage. It depends on when and where, because Howard Stern was on the radio for so fucking long. But you're sitting here trying to actually somehow run coverage as if, well, maybe if I listen or hear a little bit more, I'm going to hear some type of context that's going to make me feel better for actually defending this predator. Guess what, Bub? It's all fucking bad. There's nothing that you're going to be able to say that's going to somehow make this situation better. You're literally just trying to find a way to run coverage for a fucking predator. That's it.
Also, guys, Before I left, I reinstalled Discord and logged back in. I'm looking at my tickets. If this guy's following minors, please screenshot it and then drop it into private ticket in the cord.
I've noticed.
Wait. Can I say like 3 quick thank yous and I really got to run. If that's all right. Dean, I appreciate you. Heather, thank you so much for the $5 donation. You are absolutely amazing, and thank you for the daily hugs. Holy shit, Amy, thank you so much for the $20 donation. You're fucking amazing. Morgan, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Oh, yeah, Dean just peeped that. And this is the one that had me fucking stun lock. I don't know what to say. We Clob, holy fuck, thank you so much for the $500 donation on PayPal. That is fucking insane. Said, great work today with Dean, God bless. Like, I don't deserve that. All of this is fucking insane. You guys are insane, each and every one of you. Holy shit, thank you so fucking much. I truly mean that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys. Dean, you know how much I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're okay. You had me worried when I first heard you, and I appreciate you letting me come up and spend a little time. And
I'm happy that you joined. So, because you made so much fucking money. That trip to DC,
this is insane.
You got it covered. Because I heard you talking about that earlier, saying like all your donations are just going to cover.
I can't wait
trip.
to tell you what I'm doing, Dean.
So and you said it was like a big thing. So I'm really happy that now you got that all covered.
Yeah, everything that you guys are sending me, it's going to the cost because I got to get plane tickets, I got to get like a rental car, I got to get a place to stay and everything. But it's like I'm doing something crazy in DC.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like the plane, hotel, and rental car, it's kind of expensive. I just did that for the first time myself out in Cali. You know, and getting like the plane, hotel, and rental car, that's kind of like a triple whammy, dude. Like it's a bit. It's a bit.
Yep. And what's funny is, so it's going to be a quick turnaround because I have to go this week. And so, like, you know, when you buy tickets at the last moment, they really tax you. So, like, it's the fucking perfect timing. So thank you all.
Well, I really appreciate you for joining, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Absolutely. I'll see you, bro.
Hey, real quick, Santana, where can I find those archives?
I'll text him to Dean and he'll tell you. I think they're on like Amazon Prime. I can't remember right offhand, but they're all like, there's a Howard Stern show. They're all over. Like literally, you can find them everywhere. It's gonna be that finding that specific episode. And as a matter of fact, like I said, I'll text Dean because I sent it to him at one time. Which episode? But I'll make sure you have that information. But I gotta run.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Right. You take care, Santana.
All right, nice talking to you, bro.